In today's Health Watch, nothing can tear at the fabric of a family more than the sudden death of a child, either through miscarriage, stillbirth, or dying shortly after arriving into this world. But there is a program at Aurora West Dallas Hospital called Resolve Through Sharing. Michelle Minster, a registered nurse who runs the program, joins us along with Sarah Dominguez. You and your husband were part of this group when you lost Ty.
Yes.
And one of the most emotional things that you shared with me is the baby box that they presented to you. Explain a little bit about that.
What happens when you lose a child is the nurses know that you're not going to go home with anything, and going home with empty arms and an empty heart is gut-wrenching in itself. So what they've done is they've created a memory box, and they put inside of it molds of your baby's feet and hands.
And this is from your son,
This is
Ty,
my son. Yep, these are my son's feet.
Stillborn. And the unique thing about what they did with the hand, the way they positioned his hand.
She told me, our nurse made his hand like, so he could hold my hand, so he could hold my thumb. So when I put my thumb inside of it, it was like he was holding my hand.
Just a beautiful gesture. But
Very.
this is just the start of the outreach. What does Revolve Through Sharing do, Michelle?
So the Resolve Through Sharing is a program that works with families who lose their babies any gestational age. So from the time you find out you're pregnant all the way until, you know, people have stillbirths like Sarah 2 days before her due date. So the nurses will contact me, and then I will get in contact with the families either by coming into the hospital or making a phone call, and there we can follow up with them and present them something like the memory box just to help with their grief.
Now the group Resolve Through Sharing meets every Wednesday?
Yep, the first Wednesday of every month. And so we meet at 7 to 9 in the West Dallas Hospital, and we it can be for anybody, moms, dads, grandparents, us. You might have a significant other support person that you would like to bring with them or bring with you, and it's just to provide support for people that go through this kind of tragedy.
At any time. It could be 20 years on from the loss of their child. It could be just 2 days. All are welcome.
Definitely.
Sarah, what was the positive impact it had on you? Because we hear so much that this can break up couples. Yet you have 2 other children?
Right. We had a son before our loss, and then we did have a son after our loss. And our marriage went through a lot of ups and downs. And the statistical rate is like 70% of couples that lose children end up on the divorce side of it, but we committed to each other that we didn't want that to happen. So right after we lost Ty, after all of the whirlwind, we said to each other, what can we do? What is there? What options are there for us? And Machelle came in and talked about the group, and we said, oh, we're gonna go right away. So 3 weeks after we lost our son was our first meeting. And when we came in, there was 4 other women there, all different stories, but the end was the same, that they all went home without their baby. So I think the most important and the best part about this group is that no matter who you are, no matter what your status, you're all in the same situation. And when you enter that room, you are being validated. All of your feelings that you have, whether it's anger, whether it's sadness, whether it's grief, whether it's extreme guilt, whether it's being numb to everything, your feelings are validated by the other women sitting there. And by one sharing her story, or a dad sharing his story, somebody else is uplifted or understanding more of that situation. And we've developed really great relationships through people that we've met through this group. It's grown exponentially since I've been a member for the past 3.5 years, but it's helped us in our marriage, it's helped us in our relationship, it's helped us with other people, and it's helped us tell our story without that heavy burden of sadness all the time. I can tell my story, and at the end of it, I can smile because I'm proud of myself, I'm proud of our family, and I'm proud that I got to say my son's name again.
Wow, that's so wonderful. And Michelle, the thing is, this is the only program around.
Yeah, currently this is the only program in the area, so I think that's why it's so well attended. You do not have to have delivered at West Dallas Hospital. You can deliver at any hospital. Some people even have babies that pass away at home, like due to SIDS that come to our group. So we welcome anybody. Like I said, husbands, wives, sometimes just the man comes alone. sometimes they come with friends, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's important just to either talk about it or to listen. You don't always have to share, but can reach some resolution by listening to others share.
Right.
Thank you so much, ladies. I'll be putting more on our website at cbs58.com.